Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Due to YouTube's changing quote-unquote community standards, I created a channel called Grumpy Old Fart over on Rumble, a free speech alternative to YouTube. You can see all of my stuff over there, including my political and social commentary, as well as my current events videos. The links to my YouTube and Rumble channels, as well as links to let you order my books, are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm still getting over a cold, so bear with my voice. I'm doing an AD&D monster video on the Manticore. Now, I've been running AD&D since 1979, and Manticores are one of my favorite monsters to run against low to mid-level groups of player characters. Manticores can be found on page 65 of the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Monster Manual. Be sure to read up on these monsters very thoroughly before you run them in your game. They're not real tricky, but they are very useful. Manticores are of low intelligence and make excellent guardians or servants. They can be set to guard a structure to protect whatever's within, as long as they have a warm, dark place to reside within. As servants, they are large enough to be ridden, smart enough to be sent on errands, and powerful enough to make a statement. Manticores prefer to feed on men, so remote settlements and small villages are excellent feeding grounds. In combat, Manticores prefer to start with volleys of tail spikes, following up with melee combat of claw bite. What I like about Manticores is they can fly, and they're fairly fast, so strafing runs become a real possibility with these things. One Manticore can give a group of 4 to 6 low-level characters, second, third level, a good fight. Low-level characters will need a good plan and a bit of luck to defeat one. 2 to 4 Manticores can challenge a light group of 4 to 8 level player characters. Now, years ago, I was running a group of 5 players with 4th level characters. They were searching for an evil wizard. The wizard resided in an old set of ruins outside a remote village. The group tracked him down and found the ruins. Cool. Everybody was like, yeah, we got to figure out how to defeat these, or how to get in there and get this guy. The wizard had taken 3 Manticores as servants. He was riding one off, tracking down an artifact that he needed for his plans. The other 2 Manticores saw the 5 player characters approaching. 2 of the players were elves, and the rest were humans. The Manticores took to the air and began strafing runs with volleys of their tail spikes. The group fled into the ruins for cover. That was a good thing that they did. The Manticores couldn't fire volleys of spikes anymore, so they landed to pursue them. In the narrow confines of the corridor, the player characters were able to divide the beasts and concentrate all of their attacks on one at a time. The first critter fell fairly easily. The second one was caught in a courtyard, and after sustaining considerable damage, it flew into the air. It jumped into the air and flew away. It ran away, basically. And because it's not like they were, the guy wasn't magically controlling them. He just offered them, I'll feed you if you stay, basically. And they said, okay, great. You work for me and I'll give you this and that. And they said, okay. Well, they figured that this last one figured that the pay wasn't worth it, so he flew away. Proper planning and a bit of luck helped this group defeat these 2 Manticores. A lot of times player characters don't think in terms like that. They're more of the hack and slash variety, so they would rather... A lot of times you get players that will just stand and fight. Well, with the Manticores doing strafing runs like that, standing out there and fighting was not a good thing. They would have died because they couldn't hit these things. It's one thing to hit a critter with a bow. Melee weapons were out. It's one thing to hit a critter with a bow. It's another thing to try to hit a critter that's flying through the air and knows enough to dodge. These things are not unintelligent. They're not animals. They're of low intelligence. which means they're not bright. They're not geniuses, but they're not stupid. Okay, so they knew enough to dodge. They know what a bow is. They know what arrows do. So strafing runs were an intelligent way to attack things on the ground. That being said, the players had to find a way to limit that mobility and to get them down where they could hit them. The only way to do that was to run into the ruins and keep them hemmed in. Confine them in an area where they can't maneuver. Once that happened, they were pretty easy to pick off. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a bit of luck and some planning, and you're okay. I like Manticores because they're not overpowered, but they're damned useful, especially for a dungeon master. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all. We elect cookie-cutter politicians every single election cycle. Yes men who maintain the status quo and do just enough to make us believe the system still works. Imagine, if you will, a president who actually tries to fix things. If you like action, political intrigue, and a righteous crusade, check out my political thriller, The Righteous President.